I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna cheat in this video. I'm really sorry. I'm not gonna be playing the full thing as Rikishi 2 and 3. I've done it before. I said in the previous video, I recorded 1, 2, and 3. They had terrible mixing, just like this one. I'm gonna be doing 2 and 3 in the same video because ultimately they are the same character. I could have done the same for Joe. I didn't because I'm a moron. But I'll at least discuss some stuff. I didn't discuss Rikishi's actual character, which is really stupid. Something I didn't show, Rikishi has the super shmove, the best move in the game. Wow. The game also decides it wants to lag really bad now. So what do I say about Rikishi's character other than he's pretty cool? Controversially, might I add, out of the 3 main big antagonists for Joe, being Rikishi, Carlos, and Jose, I think Rikishi is by far the least interesting in terms of personality on his own. Carlos has a much better personality. Jose is more interesting. Rikishi is just kind of like the rival. Rikishi is cool, but he's like really surface level cool. The coolest thing about Rikishi, obviously, well, coolest, is the whole like starvation arc thing, the weight loss arc. That's really cool. That's what it. The weight loss arc with Rikishi is the most interesting thing he has because it's like, it's grim, it's dark, it's horrible, it's really sad and tragic. But like, I don't know, man. I know he's iconic and stuff, and he is. He's like classic. Like, he is the biggest rival to Joe, is Rikishi. Even though technically Joe doesn't beat any of his 3 rivals, if you think about it. He never beats Rikishi. He obviously loses to him flat out in their final fight. He never beats Carlos in any iteration. And in the manga, Season 1 and Season 2, completely different outcomes each time. In the manga, they have a no contest because they just foul the fuck out of each other. Season 1, I think it's also a no contest. I think it's similar, but I don't remember what the outcome is in Season 1. I think it's also a no contest. But the outcome, the ending of the fight is never shown, I don't think. And then Season 2, it's a draw, it's a decision draw, and it's an amazing, amazing fight. And obviously Jose, he loses by decision, and then, you know, dies, because I still say that he dies. A lot of media, aside from the original manga, makes out that Joe is fucking dead at the end. So many of them which portray the ending scene, portray it in a way that heavily implies Joe is dead. So yeah, Rikishi has the most screen time of any of them, obviously, and does the most shit. I mean, he's in the Juvie arc, he's throughout the whole Joe becoming a pro boxer, he watches him fight Wolf, he obviously has his own, like, you know, weight loss arc, and then the actual final fight with him. There's a lot of stuff. Rikishi goes through a lot, and it is cool. I just think ultimately he's just not really a very interesting character in the grand scheme of things. Carlos' personality is a lot more fun. His ending is also a lot more tragic than Rikishi's. Rikishi's is tragic as fuck. It is tragic. He starves himself just so he can fight Joe, which is stupid. But it's intentionally stupid. It's supposed to be like Rikishi's resolve. It's just bullshit. You know, anime bullshit, basically. But I still think Carlos has a much sadder death, because it's not death, but ending, because it's just, you know, poor Carlos being just like such a big victim of CTE. Very, very big shame. And obviously Jose is like, he's alive and well, but obviously he's very much traumatized from the fight with Joe. Again, very sad stuff, but that's just what Joe is, isn't it? We're now going to look at Rikishi 3, because he's more interesting than the other. One is clearly, you know, Rikishi from the start of the story during the Juvie arc. Rikishi 2 is quite clearly Rikishi when he's a bantamweight in his last fight. So what is this third Rikishi? Who is he? Well, I picture him as like the healthy Rikishi that Joe ends up envisioning in his mind. Specifically during the end of Season 2, I personally see it when he has that dream fight with Rikishi while fighting Jose. When they're fighting on like a a little crag, like a little like rocky island sort of thing. Well, rocky island, just this big rock in the sea. So what's he doing in this game? Well, you see, this game has 13 chapters where it goes through the entire story of Joe. Sadly, not having Leon Smiley, because obviously he's non-canon, but it would be cool to have him in the game anyway. If just for the sake of, hey, it's Leon Smiley. But in the 5th chapter, you fight against Bantamweight Rikiishi. Super cool. If you manage to beat Bantamweight Rikiishi before a certain cutscene plays, being the cutscene in which he bashes his head on the ropes and obviously dies, which can be done very easily by just doing this strategy of walking up to them and spamming uppercuts. Ignore the immense slowdown from the game. Very annoying, I know. Then you'll actually go to a secret 14th chapter, in which after fighting Jose in chapter 13, in chapter 14, you will actually fight this specific Rikiishi, Rikiishi 3. In a unique stage, which is the makeshift ring from where Joe and Rikiishi fight, and Joe puts obviously stones into his gloves to look stronger. But it's a unique map. It's different. It's pretty cool. It is set after the Jose fight, where Joe canonically would, well, non-canonically would win the fight. I'm trying to think that. Sorry, non-canonically really threw me off. I was like, that's not a phrase people use. I'll use it anyway. But no, it's actually a very cool little feature, to be honest. The coolest thing as well about getting chapter 14 is if you beat the game, there's a unique ending song that plays, which is the Rikiishi theme from Season 1, which is super, super cool. Like, really, really cool. The game, I think I mentioned before, does have songs from the anime. It has the first opening theme and the first ending theme, and obviously has the Rikiishi theme. The ending theme, I don't think plays in the regular ending. I think the regular ending has the Ashton Joe theme, which is, I mean, the first opening theme. Oh, sorry, the opening to the Season 1 anime, because it only has one opening, is literally called Ashton Joe, so it doesn't have a unique name, which is dumb. Joe's Lullaby, the first ending, is in the options menu, and then Rikishi's theme, or theme of Toru Rikiishi, whatever it's translated to, is what plays for the chapter 14 ending. It's super cool. A really cool thing I found is in the Ashton Joe typing game, also for the PS2, Japan only, the credit song is Beautiful Wolves, which is the opening theme to the first movie, which the two movies are just like clip compilations. Basically, they're just like an abridged. Movie 1 is an abridged version of Season 1, going up to like, the death of Rikiishi, and the second film is like a compilation of Season 2. It's a abridged version of Season 2, doing Carlos and doing I think it does Kim, does Carlos, does Jose. Yeah, they have good songs in them actually. The movie has Beautiful Wolves, which is sick. Really surprised to hear that in the typing game. I did the speedrun for it on easy mode because fuck doing anything else, frankly. And I was so shocked when I got to the ending and I heard na 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 na. I came. I honestly was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, wow, this song's in it. But no, the film has obviously Beautiful Wolves. The first one has Beautiful Wolves as the opening theme. It has 2 ending themes, I believe. It has KO, which is bam 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 bam, and is probably the worst song actually associated with Joe. Is the worst vocal theme. I don't think it's that good. I actually put it lower than Joe's Lullaby, which I really don't like. It's catchy. I still sing it, but like, nah, I don't really like KO that much. It's not bad, but it's not great either. And it has Goodbye Joe as well, supposedly, but no version of the first film online actually has a full credit sequence. It stops like halfway through KO, but supposedly Goodbye Joe also is in the ending. It's like the second song after Knockout, so I don't know. I've never heard it. I'll believe it because it doesn't appear anywhere else in the series. I thought it would actually appear at the end of Season 1, where like it is Joe leaving, but unless I misremembered, but I assumed it would play in the last episode of Season 1, where Joe runs away. I hate that ending of Season 1. It's so terrible. because it's just 3 minutes of like all the kids screaming and crying. The kids, you know, are made way less annoying in Season 2. In Season 1, they are insufferable. They are so obnoxious. I think it's also because of the worst mic quality as well. But the kids in Season 1 are so fucking annoying. Season 2, they're a lot more bearable. And it is really sad when, like, Joe dies. And you see them all, like, looking down, like, as Joe's dead. It's like, that bit is, like, ugh. That bit's rough. That bit's rough to watch. I forgot, actually, how fucking hard they go in the last episode of Season 2 when Joe dies. Like, how many reaction shots from the crowd you see of people being like, oh my god, he's dead. Wolf, Gondo, Noriko, obviously all of his seconds, Nishi, the two guys, Dante, I don't remember the two guys' names, and obviously the kids. I think you even see like the villagers as well. You see the little fat guy who's like the comic relief dude, and it's like, oh, it's tragic. It's so sad. It is really, it's a really upsetting scene actually. Maybe Wolf actually. I've seen before like tier list. Wolf actually might be quite a good tier as well because he can actually counter the cross counter. He doesn't have one, but he can counter it. Which I guess would put him higher than most of the boxers. It'd probably put Wolf above like Jose, to be honest, because Jose can't do shit against it. Even though Jose is shown to, you know, counter the cross counter, and he uses a triple cross. Well, Joe uses triple cross on him, so it's shown that it clearly implies that Jose can counter the cross counter in order to get a triple cross, but he can't do it in the game. It's very dumb, very dumb. Nishi, we're gonna end it here like we did before. No, actually, we'll do like Joe 1. We'll end on Tiger Ozaki because that's just really fitting. Do I put Rikiishi 3 in the tier? If I was to tier them, would I put Rikiishi 3 above 2? Because Rikiishi 2 and 3 are like basically the same character. Like, 2 has a cross counter. He also has an attack super. Does that make him better than Rikiishi 3? I suppose. I suppose it puts him just above, but like, he'd still be above like Wolf. But I think Wolf would be quite like a fairly high tier character. I still think at the top you'd have like Tiger Ozaki and Aoyama. They have a counter move that you can't cross counter. Like you can't counter their counter attacks, their counter supers. So I think that would generally make them the best characters in the game. Bye bye Tiger. Nice to see you again.